Hi. Are you retiring soon? Have you thought about it? Most of us don't think about it until it's virtually upon us. I know that was the case with me. Probably about 3 or 4 years, no less, maybe 2 or 3 years before I retired, before I got into my late 50s, I thought, well, I better save a bit more, increase my superannuation contributions, and I did so, but not to a great degree, because at that time I was pretty sure I wouldn't be retiring till I was 65. I started work at 15, as so many did in my era, expected to work for 50 years and then retire, and then maybe get 3 or 4 years of reasonable health and then drop off the peg. It didn't happen. Suddenly retirement was upon me. I was in a job I hated. It was giving me all sorts of angst. I was worried about getting stress-related illness. In fact, I even had the symptoms of it at the time. And when the opportunity came, because of a restructuring of the organisation I was in, and they were putting people off, giving them the option to retire, I took it. And I only really had about 3 months' notice of that. So suddenly, when I was 58, suddenly there was the option of leaving, and I did. I left just prior to my 59th birthday. That was a long time ago. 29 years ago, in fact. I hadn't planned for it, but thank goodness I did have a few things going for me, and I hope that you have the same for you, if you are retiring soon. So what did I have going for me? Well, the main thing I think is I didn't have a huge mortgage to repay. I'd already paid it off. Now, you might think, well, is that such a big thing? It's a massive thing. People can pay 25%, 33%, 50%, or even more of their outgoing money in paying back their mortgage. So if you've got the mortgage paid off when you retire, that is a very big step. The financial planners can look after your investments, your super and all of that sort of thing. I'm not going to even mention that. You don't have to have as much money as is normally advocated by these institutions. They want you to have plenty of money invested with them, naturally enough. So enough of that. As my mum said to me many years ago, enough is as good as a feast. And it is. Your life after you've retired will determine how much you really need, not what you think you'll need before you retire. These astronomical sums that sometimes they put forward, and you know, you've got Buckley's hope, that's an Australian expression, Buckley's hope, of getting to it before you retire. Don't let that put you off. If you get a chance to retire early because your job is stressful, or particularly you don't like it, it's wearing you down, you've had enough, get out as soon as you can. That has long been my advice. Other things that I had going for me, and I hope you've got going for you. Reasonably good health. Good health. Fitness. Flexibility. A keen mind. and most of all, an enthusiasm to keep on enjoying life. That's what it's all about. Enjoyment. Forget all this business about goal setting and so forth, which you might have had earlier on. You know full well that when you were working, you worked towards certain goals. Maybe it was a promotion. You were really excited, you worked hard, you got the promotion, and very soon the novelty wore off. Goals they go very quickly. You look forward to them for ages, you gain them. There's a few moments of feeling good, and then they're gone. Think more in terms of how you're enjoying your life now. If you're coming up for retirement, the attitude you have now will not markedly change when you retire. Build your enthusiasm for retirement now. Lots to do. You do have freedom. What do I mean by that? Very abstract word, freedom. But you will be free from the usual forced routines of commuting to and from, punching the timetable, looking at the clock. You can now do what Wayne Dyer did, take off his wristwatch and throw it away. Never look at the clock again. You won't be like that. I wasn't. I've still got my wristwatch. What to do when retiring soon? 4 aspects really. The financial aspect, and then again, you've got the physical aspect, being as fit as you can be. Start exercising now, start losing weight if you're overweight, start building up stamina, go for walks, join the gym, do a few yoga stretches, maybe join a yoga class. Get all of these things going for you now so that when you retire, you are in the peak of health at that time, the best you can be. And then when you retire, don't give it up. Keep going on it. I've been retired, as I said, a long while, 29 years. And I still go to the gym twice a week. I still go for a half-hour walk every 2 or 3 days, sometimes more, sometimes 3 or 4 days in a row. I do my yoga stretches at home. And I'm into the spirituality aspect. I do my meditation twice a day. Twice a day. Now, have done now for 38 years. It brings you to a lot of things, a lot of truths about your real self. Another aspect, of course, is your beliefs about who and what you are. And if you believe, as I do, that you are a spiritual being experiencing an earthly life, what are you going to do with your earthly life? Experience it to the full as you can, while you're fit, while you're well. Make new friends. Do things you haven't done before. Make life worth living for yourself and for other people around you. If you're retiring soon, don't think that you're just going to mope around the place, walk the dog, or maybe just play a few games of golf if you're a golfer, or go fishing if you're a fisherman. You need to be able to do more than that. You need to make new friends in a new way of life. A way of life that you anticipate you will enjoy when you retire. And when you do retire, get into it, experience it. Life is really worth living. And how long do you know you've got? It could be a long, long time after you walk out of your paid job for the last time. So, look after your health, look after your mental self, pay off all your debts before you retire, keep fit and well, get out there and make new friends and make a new life for yourself.